Hi, I'm Robert, and we're talking about continuous delivery for all the things except for the database. So let's go to the next slide. Normally the little space bar kind of works, but we'll have to do this. All right, so look, I'm Robert, co-founder, CTO over at a company called Liquibase. We do database schema management, probably why I'm talking about this today. If you want to get me to shut up, you can ask me my thoughts about the new Black Adam trailer that dropped today, or ask me to explain Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I will go on for hours. I'm also one of those lucky clowns that got into Austin in the 90s. Thank you for coming to visit. I appreciate it. If you see me out tonight, ask me to buy you a drink because you had to get on a plane and I didn't. I owe you. Thank you. But Larry Wall, the guy who started Perl, he said there were 3 qualities of a good software engineer: laziness, impatience, and hubris. And I have them all. I started out as a software configuration manager back in the day, and I'm dating myself, showing how old I am. That was take code from dev to test to production, dropping things along the way. Eventually we changed that into DevOps, all that other stuff. But my job was to automate myself out of a job. All right, that was my job, what I told myself, because I wanted to go to the lake. I wanted to go and party down. I didn't want to hang out in front of a computer screen. And it was great. And good news, everyone, we've automated the application. But I think we forgot something, all right? We forgot something. Along the way, we forgot to bring our friends over in shared data services. We forgot to bring our friends over there. We let them take care of this. We don't want to deal with this. Now, I'm going to get into why that happened and how that happened, but I've got a video of some DBAs after the application team said, hey, we're going all in on CD. So let's watch it.
All right, girls, now this is your last chance. If one piece of candy gets past you and into the packing room unwrapped, you're fired.
Yes, ma'am.
Let her roll!
Oh, this is easier. Yeah, we can handle this, okay?
Did she just take a piece of candy out of her mouth and touch another piece? That's gross. They didn't do gloves back then. So look, you know, we got into this mess because for so long we had our database administrators as the sentinels of data. We wanted the world's best, fastest computer to review every single thing that was changing on that database, because the risk of something going wrong was too great. Data is the most valuable asset the company has. It is. All right, ask any bank. It is the most important thing, and we can't afford anything to happen to it. But then this whole agile, CD, DevOps, microservices, cloud native thing happened. And now we can't afford to go slow. What do we do? What do we do? All right, so let me use an analogy here. Who here knows that you cannot pump your gas in New Jersey, okay? All right, who knows why? Cool, I'll tell you. All right, so in the 40s, there was a gas station owner who said, I'm going to give you a discount if you pump your own gas. Now, I don't know. Maybe this person wanted to sit on a rocking chair and whittle. Sounds great. Now, what did all the other gas station owners do? Did they compete on services and pricing? Did they offer the same discount? Did they have more, you know, oil changes or things like that? Did they give you a puppy with a full tank of gas? No. What they did is they formed an industry consortium and lobbied the New Jersey state legislature to pass a law saying it was illegal to pump your own gas. Now, do we imagine that there are far fewer gas station mishaps in New Jersey than in the rest of The nation? No. Is it really complicated? Look, there's a lot of low-hanging fruit with database updates, with automation, that we can take off our DBA's plates. We can get them to start focusing on higher value activities, things that are actually fun, the things that they got into technology for in the first place. They didn't show up so they could be like elementary school janitors cleaning up throw up from developers. We can do a better job to help them and bring them into this party. I imagine there's not a lot of DBAs here. Are there any DBAs? No. We need to fix that. So let's talk about how we got into this mess in the first place. And I'm going to take you back to the dewy days of 1979. A lot of great stuff was happening that year. Now let me tell you, this guy did not put out a bad album. This one, my favorite. All right, there's a reason why it got sampled by so many hip-hop artists during the 80s. Amazing, all right? We had the beginnings of new cinema. A movie about divorce. Oh my God, scandalous. Some of you might remember this from Guardians of the Galaxy. Some of you might have had one of these, all right? Wow, pretty cool. And some people with really large collars came out with a database. And at the time, 1979, first release of Oracle. First customer was CIA, then they sold it through just all Fortune 500. This was black magic at the time. This was amazing. Now, if you wanted to find out who your top 10 customers were by revenue in the greater tri-state area, you had to get a room about this big with a bunch of paper and people and chalkboards and figure this out, and I guarantee you'd be wrong. But in seconds, you could figure this out with a database. Amazing. And we used .sql files, and it had tables. And you know, not a lot has changed since then, all right? Not a lot. All right, great, we're running the database in somebody else's server in the cloud, okay? But not much. I mean, the way we're managing these things has not changed. We have all sorts of great things for the application side of the house, but what the hell are we doing for our DBAs? The most important asset that a company has, what are we doing? Very little. And so as we get to these new wonderful things that we're doing over on the app side of the house, what we're doing is we're going to our DBAs and saying, congratulations, I got something for you. And hey, we got a video of a DBA winning here. Let's watch.
We got a winner! We got a winner! Oh, Joe Miller, you just found the marble in the oatmeal. You're a lucky, lucky, lucky little boy, because you know why? You get to drink from the fire hose! Okay, you ready? Open wide! Joe Miller, let's hear it for him!
Half of you are laughing, half of you are horrified. And that's I think, a good split. This is what's happening. And we can do better, and we need to do better. We are not going to improve the way that we want to in our organizations until we expand our CD tent. We've got to be more inclusive here. And so let's talk about what's in it for you. So our friends over at Dora, it's now Google Cloud, it's all complicated. So Dr. Forsgren's folks, all right? State of DevOps report, they did one last year, going to do one this year. And the thing that really jumped out at me this year was they started studying database change management. And what they found is they found that elite performers were 3.4 times more likely than their lower performing peers to have database change management. Boy, is that really fuzzy? I don't know, what is database change management? Okay, well, they just said database change management. That's what they asked in the survey. Cool. Now, 3.4, what does this mean? Great, thanks, Robert, appreciate it. Well, number one on their list at 3.8 was good documentation. And if you had a chance to see Ember's presentation yesterday here, it was awesome. 3.4 is database. Next, after that, there's a steep drop off in the 2s for everything else. So my challenge to you, bring a DBA. Bring a DBA to the party, all right? Next time you come to an event, next time you are doing something, you are trying to improve your process, bring a DBA to the party. Just have them hang out. Invite them to the meeting. It's easy. That's all you got to do. We need to expand this tent, and we need to bring these folks in because they're so crucial to the organization. And that, in turn, is going to improve your software outcomes as well. Thanks.